All right, this is the first alert battery operated smoke alarm. Pretty simple process here as far as you don't have to hardwire it in. It takes a 9-volt battery, and the access department I'll show you here in a second is really easy to figure out. There's a test button, which is also extremely helpful to make sure it's working properly. You have a 9-volt battery that is included in the package. The First Alert company, a little bit of legacy information here. They've been around forever, ever since I can remember, in this business model here. They make smoke alarms, carbon monoxide alarms, fire extinguishers. Here's a diagram of where they recommend that you put both CO2 as well as fire alarms. I'm actually going to use this application in a kitchen in a home that I purchased that doesn't have a smoke detector. I've never had the house is only 12 years old, and I don't want to have to hardwire anything, so I'm going to use this application so that, again, I can just put an alert in my phone and change the battery every 12 months. All right, so when you break it out of the package, there's a few pieces. It's not difficult. The way this works is you have a mounting plate with several different screw options here. This is something that I think they've done a really good job over the years with making it so that you can position the screws so that if you have a tight application or something above a door or in a corner, it makes it really simple to use. These are the essentially the screw slides in here, and then the head of the screw, as they provide for you here, slides into these little brackets. It works out really well. And again, it's something that's, I'm not going to show you how to install that part of the wall. I would just take your time, position it, use the anchors. This is not heavy, so most of these will hold just fine in drywall. You don't need to find a stud, and it'll do fine over the years. So they do supply you with a 9-volt battery. I recommend using this one until it dies. I, again, send an alert on my phone for 12 months, and then I replace all the batteries if they're battery operated, and they seem to do just fine. It comes with a very extensive manual here, as you can see. The gist here is it talks about the battery compartment, which is this right here. So it's got a little tab that when you push this in, it'll open up the door like so. And then while you look into the battery casing itself, I don't know if I can get a good picture here, but it will show you inside right here where the positive and the negative go before you slide it in. Now what I'll tell you is, if you put this in the wrong direction, you can't close the door. So if the door is really hard to close, then you have the battery in flip-flopped. Flip it over 180, and you'll have it in correctly. So if you look down in here, it's very hard to see. There's a plus on the left side and a negative on the right side if you're looking at from the top down. The negative on a 9-volt battery is the one that is more of an octagon, I believe that is. Hexagon? That's a hexagon. And then the circular one is the positive. So the way you place this in is like this. So the bigger terminal goes on the outside as you slide it in. And once you slide it in and get it set, you'll notice that it fits in a lot easier. So make sure it's flat and flush, as you can see here. So again, positive over here, negative over there, and then the door will close and snap. So once you hear that snap, that's that pin closing and confirming that it's ready to go. There's a ton of stuff on here about the mounting bracket, the compatibility of the battery. Talks a lot about, again, these simple steps here as far as mounting this right here. Don't make this overcomplicated. It shouldn't be. A lot of people overthink this, but again, these tabs right here are what lock into place on the actual mounting bracket. So it's a pretty simple process. Once this is mounted the way you want it to be, you're just gonna place it in there, and as you can see, when you turn it, it locks in place like this. And again, if you have it mounted already on the wall, it essentially is good to go. Everything should look level, even. And again, the cool part about this is you've got the silence and test button, and it's pretty much that simple of a device. There's really nothing else to it. Hope that helps. Make sure you replace your batteries at minimum every year so that it ensures that you are safely protecting your house. Hope that helps.